Hey, what up with it? It's your boy O to the D, aka Knowledge, General of the Jews. Doing my thing, you know what I'm saying? Right now I'm finna start up this new segment that I like to call
Please don't tase me, bro. I'm an old man. I got a heart condition.
Keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? And keeping it real is about, keeping it real about the topic that is at hand. Keeping it all the way real. All the way funky with you. I'm telling the honest truth, whether you like it or not. And the first one, I want to get on the first issue. That's real. Is I want to start it out with broke rappers. I want to start it out with people who feel like they gotta get on albums and talk about all this money and all this jewelry and all this other stuff that they got, and they really don't have it. You know what I'm saying? It's like you sit up here, you get on these tracks and you front, and then people see you out in public and you ain't got what you got, but you on track saying you real. Like how you real if you're lying to your fans or people that's listening to your music about what you really get. You really ain't got this stuff. You got people that's coming out. I mean, you even got new people. Like you got people that's just now coming out in Oklahoma and stuff. For instance, because I'm in Oklahoma, they coming out and they rapping about stuff that they ain't got. They don't do. They don't wear. Cars they don't drive. You see them in a beat up car. They rapping about Maybachs and everything else, and Louis and all this other stuff, and that ain't what people is wearing. Like they're not really keeping it real at all. Like, is that really keeping it real? How can rappers like that say, "Yeah, I'm keeping it real"? What are you keeping it real about? You're not keeping it real about the money you got and everything else. You got some that even get on tracks and say that they pimping. Ooh, pimping. Pimping, big pimping. But hold up. But when you see them in public in real life and you see them on the streets, they ain't got no hoes, they ain't got no money, they dressing bummy. Don't know females want them, but you was just on track talking about how much you was pimping and how much you was doing all that. And people do that with their gangsterism. I done seen people get on tracks and yeah, I'm gangster, I'm this and that. And then you meet them and they came straight from the suburbs. Like, these dudes is whiter than Mayberry. Like, they ain't even really been in the hood in their life, ever. But you got a gangster album. Like, it don't make sense, man. It don't make sense at all. At all. So with that being the reason, it's like, I don't get it, you know what I'm saying? And then you got it's just all out fried. So how is you real and you're not really keeping it real? I mean, you got mainstream rappers that's in that same category. Plies, and I know a lot of people like him, and people say, "Hey man, he keeping it real." Plies ain't keeping it real. Plies ain't telling you the whole scoop. Ricky Ross, "Hey man, he keeping it real." Rick Ross ain't keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? And it's a whole lot of other rappers. I just single them out because I really don't mess with them, and they like that. They out there right now. Well, Plies ain't, but anyway, it's terrible, Even that's why I got a halfway apply 50. You know what I'm saying? At least he was really in the streets. He really was a gangster. It's not like he just out here saying he was and he wasn't. He was really in the streets. You got a lot of these people that's coming out and they gangster and got gangster albums and they ain't gangster. They don't even kick it with gangsters. They probably just now started kicking it with gangsters because they rap about being gangsters. It's weird, man. Like, they're not keeping it real. They're not keeping it real. They're not. So, on this first episode of Keeping It Real, we just exposed these bull artists that are not keeping it real to their fans about what they really do, what they really get, and who they really are, and what they really are about. So, Be on the lookout for them, and next time you see one and you see them in the middle of their fry, tell them, hey man, Just keep it real. It's your boy O to the D, man. I'm signing out. Remember, I do this